Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and with the year coming to a close, here are my top 10 steelbooks for Blu-ray and 4K of 2019. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at MovieGuy365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I will leave a link for that in the description. Alright, so on the heels of my top 10 Blu-ray and 4K slipcovers, I thought I would absolutely be doing a 2019 list of what I feel are the best looking steelbooks. Now, for those who don't know, steelbooks are specialty packaging, which are 9 times out of 10 available through Best Buy or BestBuy.com. They are exclusives. Very rarely do you see other retailers doing them, at least here in the States. I know, like over internationally, you've got companies like Zavi, and there's several other specialty market disc manufacturers that put out steelbook editions. But here in the States, generally, we have to rely on Best Buy, and these are more often than not relegated to new releases. And occasionally they throw in a catalog, as a reissue. I know they've done It Chapter 1 a couple times as a new steelbook, and they did Halloween 2018 and so forth. But these are the steelbooks that were released this year, not necessarily new movies, also including catalog stuff. But the criteria is that they had to be released this year. Alright, so before we begin my top 10 list, I want to do a special honorable mention for the Avengers 4 movie box set. This was actually a gift from a very generous subscriber, Drew. Thanks again, buddy. It was really nice of you to send me this. And I love how it has the original poster art of the Avengers logos. I really dig these posters. I actually have 2 myself. I'm looking to get the first 2 sometime down the line. But the fact that these 4 movies are included in a steel casing with a steelbook form, I just love the design of these. They're really awesome. I couldn't be happier with the collection, and it really is just a nice thing to have, like kind of as an extra. Even though I have the originals in my MCU collection, these are just completely awesome. So I wanted to once again give a thanks to Drew for sending me this earlier this year, and just it serves as a good honorable mention. All right, so with that being said, let's jump into my number 10. And so my number 10 is going to be A Star Is Born. Now, keep in mind also that these are not inherently like based off like the quality of the movie or whether like these are my top movies. These are just like the artwork itself on the steelbook. So this isn't going to be like, where I would put one over the other because of the quality of the movie. It's just, it has to deal with the artwork. So Star Is Born, I love the black matte finish and the black backgrounds that they have on these. I think they really look nice. There's a couple other discs on my list that kind of have this. And I love more of a simplistic cover. I don't like a whole lot of busyness. The latest releases from Disney have been kind of crazy like that. While the artwork I feel is nice, I think simpler is better in a lot of ways, and you'll kind of see that reflected on my list. But yeah, I dig the movie, and I think it was a very nice looking steelbook. My number 9 is Aladdin 2019. Now, as far as the movie itself goes, I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I was very happy to see that they were going to kind of do a artwork reproduction of one of the original poster arts for the animated. I know it's a little complicated, but basically, if you see this design, they actually did it was on the special edition Laserdisc cover as well, which was still one of my favorite Laserdisc artworks out there. And I like how they modernized it and used the live action. I really think this is a gorgeous looking steelbook. As I said, I enjoyed the movie, so I'm proud to have this in my collection, and I think it looks amazing also with the 4K. But it's absolutely an awesome looking steel. If you have a chance, definitely seek this one out. It's pretty cool. My number 8 is a semi-recent release, and that is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Once again, I like the cover. Now this looks a little busy. I would agree with that. But I just love the artwork design. It's really, it really speaks to the movie itself, and I enjoyed this one quite a bit. But the artwork, yes, this is one of those where as soon as I saw it on the pre-order page, I'm like, yeah, day one, absolutely. It's a cool looking artwork. It's got a lot of that like creepiness to it, and it's overall really just I dig it quite a bit, and it's absolutely a cool movie if you have a chance to check it out. My number 7 is going to be The Shining. And I could go hours talking about this movie. It's so good, and we definitely have Dr. Sleep to look forward to as far as a home release comes in just a few weeks. But the steelbook to this one, I feel, is miles ahead of what we got slipcover wise. I just love it. It speaks to me. It's very representative of the movie itself. And it's at the end of the day, it's pretty simplistic, despite, you know, the hedge maze letters. It all works. It all works. It's a good-looking steelbook, and I love the yellow. I think the yellow was a perfect choice here. My number 6, going back to simplicity's sake, is going to be Us. I like this one a lot. I think it's a cool-looking. It's got a cool finish to it. It's very simple. Like, you have to know, like, the reference in the movie. And I just like it a lot. It's just really a good-looking overall image. I'm a big fan of the movie. Minor problems with the third act, but it didn't ruin it for me or anything. But this one was absolutely a day one. I love the steelbook look itself. It looks cool, and it's just very telling of, like, just the nature of the film. And if you know the reference, it makes it that better. My number 5 is going to be How to Train Your Dragon 3. Now, I could have, all 3 of these movies had steelbooks released this year. It was earlier that we got the first 2, and then of course when this one was released, they did a steelbook to match it. I'm glad they did. I could have easily put all 3 of these on there. I think they're all worthy of inclusion, but I picked 3 because it was the most recent title. Although if you're really kind of asking me which one's my favorite, I would say Part 2 is probably my favorite. And but I do like it. I like how the story finished. I think it ultimately landed really strong. It's beautiful looking on 4K, but the steelbook, I like it. It's very adventurous. I wish Disney would do more with their steelbooks in this kind of fashion. I think they're a little too simplistic, you know, not simplistic, I guess is the word, that on their releases, but I like this one. It's really a beautiful kind of just overall movie and a good looking steelbook. My number 4 is going to be Field of Dreams. I like this one a lot, and I once another one of those, I saw it, I'm like, I have to have this one. It's a really good looking steel. I enjoyed it quite a bit. This is one of my favorite movies, especially that time period, and I just recently rewatched this again with my wife, and she never saw it before, and it's a good looking steel. It really is. I like it. It conveys the wonder of the film itself, and absolutely worth owning in my opinion. My number 3 is going to be Alien. Now, that's like, come on, it's Alien. Not only is it Alien, but we have like a good, just overall, just image here. It's really cool. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I remember picking this up on a road trip because I was leaving on a Tuesday morning, and I had to anticipate where I was going to be on that road trip and select the appropriate Best Buy for that. I just had to hope there wasn't going to be like a case where they were like going to sell out, which they actually did, and the steelbook itself was in good condition, which it was. So I got really lucky with this one. That could have really went south, but careful planning. But I dig the steelbook on this one. It's a really good looking image, and it's Alien. Come on. My number 2 is going to be Creed 2. I love the artwork. Whoever did the posters for this movie, just really should get a raise, because I love the poster art of him where he's just like in the ring and he's like in anguish. That's a good looking image. And then the cool just simplicity of the artwork on this is one of my favorites of the year. Easily, it's a good looking overall steelbook. Good, and it's a good movie. Not quite as good as the first. I feel like Ryan Coogler did a little better job directing, but it's still a worthy follow-up, and I love the steel on this one. It's really just one of those that is my favorite. And my number 1 is going to be Frozen. Now, it's because I like this artwork so much. I saw the poster one day. I was scrolling on the internet, and I saw that this was the artwork for a poster, I believe somewhere. I believe it was in Belgium or something, or I know it was a European country. And I'm like, oh man, that's a cool looking poster. And then they released a Disney Movie Club edition of this movie on Blu-ray, and with the poster, the cover art. And I'm like, should I get it? And I'm like, and then ultimately I decided to pass. And then when I saw that this was going to be the artwork for the 4K steelbook, I was pretty excited to see that. I love the image. I think it looks cool. It's a really overall beautiful looking picture. And it's, you know, I'm glad, like, Disney, I think, did a few steelbooks right this year. That Frozen being one, Aladdin being another. But just something about the steelbook. I've had years of experience seeing this image, and It's awesome. I love the artwork. It's really cool, and I got a quick sneak peek of the artwork for the Frozen 2. Not nearly as epic, unfortunately, but I like this one. This is definitely one of my favorites. So that's it for my top 10 Steelbooks of 2019. Please let me know in the comments, what are some of your top 10 Steelbook art? Just, these are fun things to collect. I know it's a very niche market and they cost a little bit more, but they're really cool. So I want to hear all, like, what your ideas are for the best Steelbooks of 2019. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification up, hit out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.